Hello and welcome to the Strathplain Hills. Just dropped from the summit of Slagdhu, around 1700 feet or so. We're now looking at a hill called Earl's Seat. Now, Earl's Seat is quoted as being the highest hill in the Kylsyth. Well, it is the highest hill in the area. Technically, the Kylsyth is not correct. It's much closer to Fintry. The Kylsyth Fells are much further east from here. The Kylsyth Hills are commonly thought of by folk as one group or range of hills, but in reality what you have is the Kylsyth Hills, then the Kylsyth Fells, then we move towards Blainfield and Strathplain Hills, and finally we get to the Fintry Hills. Now, if you want to walk from one end of the so-called Kylsyth to the other, it's a long and testing walk. Probably involve 2 days. An overnight camp, I think, would be almost certain if you wanted to come from the Kylsyth side, almost at Cumbernauld to Fintry. Something that I may get around to someday. It sounds like a great walk and a great challenge. Sweeping around to the west here, start to come round and we start to see Ben Lomond is the first striking hill there, probably the most striking hill in the area. Then we have the Arrochar Alps, and moving over to the Liss Hills, and the prominent little peak you see below here is called Dumgoyne, with its near neighbour Dumfoyne. It looks like one hill from here, but actually there's a large gouge between the two, making them separate, called Dumfoyne and Dumgoyne. Both of them slightly over 1400 feet, not high but incredibly steep little hills, and much fun can be had on them. Even rock climbing's available on Dumgoyne. If you look at it from its north face, you'll see some technically challenging rock climbs, but be careful because a lot of the rocks are loose, so before commit to handhold or foothold, just check those out before you do it. But smashing little hill in more ways than one. We can see the fog in the valley here over Loch Lomond, just below the Liss Hills. Liss Hills, again, Graham territory, hills between 2,000 and 2,500 feet. A lot of them are very, very steep, with deep valleys between many of them, so you have to work hard if you want to tick some of these off. But a fantastic area to be in, and I highly recommend it. Some of the hills there are Mid Hill, Doon Hill, Benach, Cruachantis, or whatever you call it in Gaelic. I can never pronounce that one. There's a lot of Graham tops there, and it's well worth a visit. So sweeping right again to Ben Lomond, and we can't quite see the Trossachs from here, as Garlock Hill right before us is blocking it, but we'll get round there shortly and give you a look at the Trossachs from that point. So finally stopping again at Earl's Seat.